Hello, everyone. Happy November 1st and happy NaNoWriMo 2018. We are the Word Nerds. We are hosting this wonderful, wonderful kickoff write-in today, and we are so excited to be here with all of you. You will see our faces on this channel quite a few times this month, and we could not be more excited. NaNoWriMo is the most writerly time of year, and this is going to be a good one. So to kick things off, we're just going to do some very quick introductions, let you know what we're working on, and then we will jump into some writing sprints. We're going to do 3 over the course of the next hour or so, and hopefully we will all get some words done. So, Emma, you're up first.
Hi, I'm Emma, and yeah, I'm working on a YA fantasy. I guess I'm technically a nano rebel because I've already written about 30,000 words before this month started, so I'm trying to add another 50,000 to that this month. So.
And Mickey?
I am, I suppose, another nano rebel. I haven't started my nano project yet. I'm still finishing out something that I started working on last month. So hopefully I finish that and then I can dive in right after that. 15,000 words for something new.
Megan?
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm working on a dark fantasy that I'm hoping to finish this month. Just get the whole thing done. So we'll see how it goes.
And I'm Kelly. I will be writing a contemporary royal romance on top of all of my other writing things that I have going on this month. So we also have our own channel where we do daily writing videos, talking about everything from reading to outlining to publishing. And then we do a weekly Sunday live chat. And every Sunday this month, we're going to be doing more NaNoWriMo write-ins. So we hope you all will join us over there as well. You can find a link to our channel in the description down below. And I think we're about ready to look at our first sprint here. We want to go at the 5.
Sounds good.
All right. So for our writing prompts today, we're looking at the 7 kinds of conflict, because conflict will work wonders when crafting the beginning of your story and helping things to move forward. So our first prompt is to try to inject some person versus self kind of conflict. Something your character is struggling with internally to help fuel your story. And of course, let us all know in the chat box over there what you're going to be working on. If you're a nano rebel, what genre you're writing in. We'd love to hear from all of you. And then we will start writing in a couple of minutes, go for 5 minutes, and then check in and see how it went.
Yeah, and if you missed that prompt, I included it in the discussion bar. So just look for the National Novel Writing Month channel. It's highlighted in yellow to help you find it because there's so many people who are awesome and chatting in the discussion section. We're so excited you're all here. And you said this is going to be a 5-minute warm-up sprint?
5-minute warm-up sprint, and we'll go a little longer each time.
All right.
I just saw a question in the chat. It's like disappeared already because someone so fast, but someone asked, where are we supposed to write in the Nano site? And no, that's an important question because I think it's sometimes a misconception. You just write like in like a Word document or a Google Doc or whatever, and you'll put your word count into the Nano site. And then at the end of the month, you can like copy and paste the whole thing to verify your word count, but you don't write on the Nano site. So.
All right, I'm seeing 7:05.
Let's do this.
All right, we'll check back in 5 minutes. Good luck, everybody.
And a reminder, the prompt is try to inject some person versus self conflict.
Finally. What's up, guys?
Sprinting.
time. Those warm-up ones go so quick.
I know. Sneak the end of the sentence in.
Let us know how you did in the discussion section. You can share your word counts or a favorite line if you wrote one that you really love. I got 83 words this time.
I got 46.
I actually didn't think I'd do anything. I thought I was just going to sit here and get organized, but I turned on a Zin battle over on For the Words and beat it. So that's 100 words.
Yes.
I love like those little 100-word battles are the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hadn't been on the For the Words website since they edited a few things, and so it was really exciting seeing all the new stuff they've added. If you're not sure what For the Words is, it's a website that we're referring to. It's the number 4 and then thewords.com, and it's a writing game site that we're all pretty big fans of, where you can fight literal monsters while increasing your word count, basically.
I'm a little bit addicted.
Yeah. It's a game changer.
We had a last minute edition right before that last sprint. Kat, do you want to just quickly introduce yourself and say what you're working on?
Hi, sure. My name's Catherine Vogel, but you can call me Kat. I'm the author of some YA fantasy, some science fiction, steampunk. I'm for NaNoWriMo officially. I'm working on the 5th book in my Clockwork Thief series, but tonight I'm working on the 2nd chapter in the 2nd book of my co-authored series.
Woo!
Oh. Yay.
We had a question from Rebel. Is this the only write-in, or are there more? With like 14 question marks. And there are more. We're running a few write-ins on this channel.
Yeah. We're back on the 17th and 30th, I think. And then I know NaNoWriMo has other write-ins going through the month. We also have some every Sunday on our channel, starting this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah. And that one's a big one. It's going to be a 4-hour one. So hopefully we can get as many people there as possible. Again, a link to that is in the description if you like write-ins and want to do more of them.
Really, if you're looking for any kind of writing video, we have so many.
So many. If you ask a question and we miss it, feel free to ask it again. I'll try not to ignore any of them, but if you've looked at the discussion section, it's going by really fast. So I'm certain I will accidentally miss some.
Yeah, it's real fast over there.
Yeah. I'm just like staring at it.
Yeah. I think I saw one. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, someone asked when the 4-hour sprint was. That is on our channel on Sunday, 4 hours starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah. And we're teaming up with For the Words in that one. So they're going to be giving away subscription time to the site and stuff. Yeah, I was like looking at the discussion section and I saw just one comment sprinting up the page that was like, how am I supposed to keep up with the discussion? Me too.
We want to start the next sprint.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're going at the 15. This one is going to be a 10-minute sprint. And going back to our conflict list, let's make this one a person versus society conflict. So try to have your character clash against society in some way. They can literally lead a revolution or just make some sort of social faux pas. The possibilities are endless. Definitely lots of ways to torment your characters on this one.
Again, I've included that prompt in the discussion section, and I'll also include the times for the sprint. You said it's how long? Sorry.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Good luck.
All right.
time.
How did everybody do?
I got 164.
Nice. I got 203.
126.
I'm checking. 1 sec.
Yeah, highlight the right ones. There we go. 248.
Nice.
361.
Awesome.
I've got people in the comments going even into the 400s.
Wow.
So
That's
it's
amazing.
Well,
So we've been trying to save some of your questions as they fly by the screen here. Xandra asked, I can't turn off my inner editor. It's a problem. What do I do?
This is like the hardest question to answer. I think it's something that the more you practice it, the better you get at it, for sure. I think word sprints honestly help me the most when it's like there's a set time and people are going to know what my word count was. And so they'll know if I stared at the page and only got 3 words down, and that fear of public shame just really propels me well.
So helpful. And if you don't have public to shame you, that is where For the Words has been super helpful as well, because each monster has a timer on it, so you can pick how much you want to write, and then it sets a time for you. So like today I set one that like it gave me 6 hours, but it was down to the last like hour and a half that I actually like started to do it.
and I also think like yes, like an inner editor can definitely be a problem, but like you don't have to 100% get rid of that. Like I still like will like fix things. Like if I write a sentence and like, no, that was terrible, I'll erase it and rewrite it. Like it's okay to do that sometimes. It's just the problem comes when like you can't ever get anything written because of it.
Sure.
Yeah, like when you can't stop editing, you gotta like take a step back and like what I like to do is I like to kind of reread and edit before I write, and then while I'm writing, it's just like forcing yourself just to write during your sprints, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. And definitely like try different things too. Maybe certain scenarios trigger your inner editor more. Like maybe sitting at your desk in your office isn't the best place. Maybe try a dictation software. Try a website like For the Words. Writing with friends, writing alone. There's so many different scenarios you can put yourself in, and you'll be fascinated, I'm sure, by the results.
John wanted to know, where do you put your word counts?
So when you log in onto the Nano website, there's a little bar up at the top. After you have to have made a book first for it to show up, I think.
Yeah.
But once
you have a project,
it'll just be up at the top, and you can type in how many words you've written that day.
Yeah, you can choose to either, and you can set it as either just updating your total word count. So you can say like, now I have 400 words, now I have 800 words, or you can add in the amount of words you've just written. So you can say, I've written another 200 words, and it'll add it on for you. So either way that you want to do it.
That update, I think, was last year. It was huge for me because I tend to just write all over the place, and it's not always in the same document. And sometimes I just don't know.
The total is.
Hannah asks, how do I avoid that "that's it, I'm done" thing for halfway through the month?
I think there's a couple different things. I think there's a couple different things you can do. One is like, if you are just like really, really behind and you know there's no way you'd ever catch up, it's okay to accept that and say, you know what, I'm not going to hit 50,000 this month, but I can hit 20,000 or 30,000, and figure out like what your goal is and keep working towards that. Just because you don't write 50,000 words doesn't mean that like you haven't done anything and that you haven't like had a successful month. And the other thing is, if you feel like maybe there is a chance that you could catch up, like create a plan. So like if you're however many words behind you are, figure out when and where you're going to write those words. So if you know you have like a weekend coming up where you have nothing to do, say, okay, I'm going to write 10,000 words over this weekend to get caught up. So just kind of depends on what you feel is possible for you at that point.
Sure.
Just back to the inner editor thing for a second. Someone recommended turning off the underlined errors thing when you're writing, and it's probably something you do in pretty much any writing program, but under tools, spelling, and I've lost the comment. But whatever writing program you're using, look up how to turn off the little squiggly red line that comes up when you're writing, and because that always stops me. If there's a typo, I just want to fix it.
And it's just like, it never recognizes all of the names of your characters either, so it feels like you're failing a million times when really it's just your character's name over and over and over again.
Like the struggle of writing fantasy.
Yeah. Should we have this next question be our last one before the next sprint?
Sounds good. So we'll do the next sprint at the 35.
Valentina asked, having a tough time starting because I haven't been able to get my story idea. Any tips?
Sometimes it is totally okay to just wing it. Like my absolute first NaNoWriMo book was like me and my friends as the characters, and just I think we were adventuring in a Walmart. It was whatever came to mind on any particular day. But there's also just pantsing your novel. If you have anything to start with, just throw in some conflict and see where that takes you.
Mm-hmm. Some of the most fun I've ever had is just picking a character name and being like, let's roll, let's do this thing.
What terrible things are going to happen to you?
Yeah. Pick like a character name and then just like close your eyes and point to a city on a US map. Like, this is it.
For our last prompt, which, as someone pointed out, you absolutely do not have to use. It's just for inspiration if you want to. If it doesn't make sense for your story, absolutely no pressure to use the prompt. But our last prompt for tonight is going to be person versus machine / technology. So all of the tech that's out in the world that's possibly out to get you, whether that's your phone breaking down or a robot trying to take over the world, whatever makes sense for your genre. And this last sprint is going to be 15 minutes, so hopefully we will all get a good chunk of words down. Someone in the comments recommended free writing if you're stuck, of just write words, even if it is, I am now writing a sentence, just getting moving. Go a long way.
The great thing about Nano is that all of those words count. And again, I put that prompt in the discussion section. So it's there for you if you would like it. Man, the hour just like flies by.
As fast as the discussion.
That 1 minute lull before the
It's 15 seconds. Do I say anything?
Did you say this one's a 20-minute?
I think I said 15.
15.
15. I don't remember what we talked about before, but 15 sounds good.
Yes.
All right, it is now go time. So we'll be going for 15 minutes and then checking back in to see how everyone did tonight.
Look. And time.
How'd everybody do?
Not as good. I wrote 101 words and sent an email.
I wrote 203.
355.
I don't remember where I left off.
That's the worst.
I got 670.
Dang.
I think I got 400. We'll say that. That sounds about right. I was right.
Nice.
Lots of awesome word counts in the comments, including people getting pretty close to their goal for today.
Yay!
Always nice to start out strong. First day of Nano.
I fear that I will not be having a super strong first day. But I got like 400 words just in this chat, so that's not terrible.
No, that's great.
I did better than I thought I would do. I thought I'd mostly like just hang out and be nervous.
Yeah, I have like 2,000 for the day so far. So
Nice.
I'm trying to write a lot this weekend because I just know this month is going to get busier school-wise. So yeah.
Good idea.
That actually brings us to a question we got. Megan asked, any tips for Nano plus college?
And we had this question quite a bit in the discussion section, college or being in high school and writing.
Yeah. This is my first time doing Nano while being in school. I'm in grad school right now. And like I kind of just said, I'm trying to like get a lot of words done this weekend and kind of at the beginning of the month because obviously by the end of the month, it'll almost be finals. And I have like a couple of big projects due at the beginning of December. So I know I'm going to have less and less time as the month goes on. So I'm kind of just trying to look forward at the month and figure out like when I'm going to have time to write and really focus on getting bigger word counts like over the weekends when I have some extra time to make up for like during the week when I will have a lot less time.
Yeah, my first year doing Nano was also my senior year of college. And looking ahead at each week was huge. Knowing which assignments are due and prioritizing things really well. Like, this is what absolutely has to be done. This is what can wait a day. This is what I need to do Wednesday. That way I knew exactly, like, I would get home and I wouldn't waste time trying to figure out what to do next. It wouldn't be like, well, I'll just make a cup of tea, sit and think about my life. It's like, okay, no, I have this assignment that I have to do today. And then afterwards I can move on into writing.
I have this super official sticky note I made that has all the things I need to do this weekend, basically, like by day. I'm like, I'm going to write this many words on each day. And these are like the school things I'm going to work on. That way I like know what so it doesn't like reach like Sunday night and I'm like, crap, I only did Nano and didn't do homework, you know, so.
Admittedly, I did do that a few times in class. Like, I can pay attention and write at the same time. I did not get good grades in those classes.
Don't fail your classes for Nano. Like, there will be other Nanos.
Yeah. Oh, we had this Nano-related question. Chris Hall asked, can you continue a book for NaNoWriMo, or does it have to be a new book?
That's what I'm doing. I'm continuing a book. That's what I do pretty much every year because I'm never like at a point where I can like start something new. I'm always already in the middle of something because it takes me so long to write a first draft. So, and like this book is going to be so long that I couldn't write the whole thing in 50,000 words anyway.
So that's what we call nanoing rebelliously, because technically Nano is supposed to be like a new project day one. But if you write 50,000 words, who cares? That's a lot of words.
That's amazing, no matter what the circumstances.
Yeah.
Don't include words you wrote before November, but anything you add is fair game in my mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. I started mine technically on Monday. So I just have 2 days that I can't count towards Nano. So
I started in July, so I've got
All right, well, that was our last sprint for this evening, but this was so much fun. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back on the 17th and 30th on this channel. You can also expect a couple of writing related videos from us this month over here. And if you are looking for even more writing content and write-ins, please, please, please check out our channel. There is a link in the description down below. We are the WordNerds. Our next write-in is going to be on Sunday. That's the 4-hour For the Words write-in starting at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And 4 doesn't sound like a word anymore. So
yeah, there's also a NaNoWriMo write-in on this channel on the 3rd at 3 Eastern time, I believe. So you can come back for that. We hope to see as many of you as possible at the 4-hour For the Words on the 4th write-in. If we miss your question and you really want to answer it, there's a higher chance that we'll be able to answer it over there because we don't get quite as many people. So the discussion is a little less hectic.
And we'll have 4 hours.
3 hours. Please bring questions.
all right, that is it for us tonight. Thank you all again, and we will see you all next time.